Oh, that's now. Oh,
Shit is on right now.
God damn.
Well, if you see me going like that.
Oh yeah, Nets and Philly. Man,
Yeah.
let's hurry up, finish this shit.
Yeah, I gotta go at 12:30, which I think is what 2:30 you guys' time.
We're on. What's up, guys? Hey, what's going on?
What's up? We have some technical difficulties.
12:30
on one side of the world.
12:30 is 3:30 our time. So yeah.
All right.
Who's in California? Oh, he's in California. Okay.
Yeah,
Real quick.
Yeah, I'm in Cali.
Yeah. All right. So Unique 79 was good. AJ Leno was good. Soulmonger was good. Dukalux. Who else we got? Urban Productions. The Paul 9559. I saw somebody else up in here. Monogamous Player was good, fam. Call Me Jay. Silent Scorpion. Renee was good. Zulu. I'm gonna call you Zulu, nigga. Zulu. Aaron B. Discreet Player. Rakim. Look, man. Y'all see the title. She's a prisoner in the relationship, right? And the reason why I wanted to talk about this, because a lot of guys, let's be honest. Y'all know, like I know, that most guys in this YouTube space, they don't want to be players. They want to find them a woman that they can fall in love with and they can hold hands and pillow talk with her all day. And they want a relationship. That's what they really want. And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. So I thought that would be, a slight turn a little bit to get a little more into that aspect of the game. But also, if you do want a relationship, I want to talk about the things you can do to sabotage that shit before it even gets started or while you're actually in it. Before we go, do you gentlemen have anything y'all want to plug?
As always, make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com, masculineidentitymembership.com. Also go to badboymembership.com, badboymembership.com. And yeah, man, hit me up on Instagram. I do Discords Monday through Friday on Instagram and YouTube. So follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram. Miles in the game. Thank you.
Go ahead, Justin. I'll go after you.
Oh, just is he on mute?
Shoot, my bad.
Yeah.
I usually unmute when it's time to talk. But anyways, yeah, if you want to check me out, I'm on Mr. Justin _X on Instagram, and you can find all my content on there. It gives you a good idea of what I'm about. So check it out. If you want to learn more about what I do, just hit me up on the back end.
This is Jay Roman. I'm new to this, but not new to game. I just started my channel. Definitely with the help of these gentlemen on here and my cousin, 1950. I promise you, for those who subscribed, I got some stuff coming. I got busy with some work times and things like that, but I got some stuff coming, just a different angle. I'm going to keep it real simple, and we can go step by step on a lot of different things, but check me out in the weeks to come.
All right.
And like always, K-Zach, thanks for having me on, man.
Yep.
All right. Appreciate it. Miles, we got a call, right?
Yeah, we got a 347.
Oh, thanks for calling in early.
You want a manhood is a skill set show? What's up?
What's up? It's D Money. I got a quick question. I don't got
hold on, real quick. D Money, hold on, real quick. For you and anybody else listening, can y'all give us a moment to get into what the show is about before you guys call? Because
if you want, I can shut him down and reopen the lines later.
No, he already on it, so it's cool. Okay. I'm just saying, going forward,
he's already here.
Just so I'm not tripping on that. I'm just saying, going forward, at least let us get our shit off so we don't get distracted.
Right.
Go ahead, you got it.
Go ahead, D Money.
All right. So you guys got more knowledge than me. All four of you guys can answer this question. What's the best way to get out like a car contract if you're not trying to like have a bad effect on your credit?
A who?
What's the best way to get out of a contract with a car if you're not trying to have a bad effect on your credit?
Sell it. Have somebody take. It's kind of like subleasing. It's kind of like subleasing. It doesn't matter. Listen. It's kind of like subleasing. What, like here in San Antonio, it's a military city, right? So we have the Air Force bases, and we have the Army base. What guys would do, guys who would get deployed and they couldn't take their car with them because they were going overseas, they would take it to the car lot on base, and basically, if they had a car note, somebody would take over the payment. So that way you can maintain your credit. But also what you can do is you can sell it, and if you're upside down on it, just cover the difference. Y'all got it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that it varies depending on what state you're in. So you could just go on Google and just say how to get out of a car contract, and then put in your state.
Okay. Wait, he said what if I can't cover the difference right away? What should I do?
Well, you still got payment plans you can make for that. The only thing that people really are concerned about is people that totally duck responsibility. And I don't encourage anybody ducking responsibility where they sign a contract for. So if you when you sell it, you're going to apply that money to the remaining amount of the loan. The remaining amount you can hopefully refinance to a lower payment that you can pay. That will be that wouldn't hurt your pockets too much monthly.
Well, let me say this. Okay, what you need to do you know how much you're upside down by? How much in the red you are?
What you mean?
Okay, so this is what you need to do. You need to go to kellybluebook.com. You need to plug in all the information concerning your car. Like if it's in excellent condition, good condition, the miles on it, if it's fully loaded, all the different shit that applies to your car. Plug that shit in. It's going to give you a valuation. Then what you need to do is look at your loan. How much do you owe versus how much you're saying that your car is worth? So you could sell it, and like let's say you owe $20,000, but the car is only worth $15,000. Sell it for the $15,000, apply it to the loan, and just continue to make the monthly payments until you pay it off. You could do that.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it.
Anything you want to add to that, Miles?
No, because I really don't appreciate him calling it
Thank you
as
for
a
your call.
fucking car loan. I really don't appreciate it.
And that's why, because this has nothing to do with the fucking shit
Because
we're talking about.
like I understand you coming at us because you feel like we OGs and all that shit, but a car loan, really?
Yeah.
That's what you call it about?
Here's some advice. If it has nothing that pertains to the show, caller, if it has nothing that pertains to the show, just hit somebody up on the back end.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like absolutely no respect for the show, the topic, what we got going on. Absolutely nothing.
I mean, I did say it. I did say it only got nothing to do with the topic.
Okay.
Yeah, but don't again.
All right. And I guess that makes it okay. All right, no problem.
Sorry.
Do you have any other questions as far as life, manhood, or relationships?
Well, you can call back for that. Good day, sir.
I just wanted to get it out.
Okay.
Figure out a way to do it.
All right, D Money. Thank you so much. You have a good weekend, bro.
Sure.
All right. So Zach, my bad. What I'll do is I'm turn off the phone lines. I will turn it back on when we're all done spitting about the topic.
Okay, cool. All right, so let me go ahead and get into this. Again, she's a prisoner in a relationship. What I want to talk about is the restrictions that guys tend to put on women. And the restrictions are so egregious, the woman can't even be herself in a relationship. And let me tell you right now, and you can ask any woman, we got Renee up in here. When you give women the freedom of choice and they can actually be themselves, and you guys have a healthy situation, a woman will love you forever for being able to be herself in a relationship without fear of judgment or reprisal or any of that type of shit. And I would say this, if a woman being herself is diametrically opposed to how you live your life, don't even get into a relationship with her then, right? Because what guys like to do, and this bothers me, both genders are guilty of this. You get into the relationship, then you set about trying to change all the shit you don't like. So what that tells me is you got into the relationship on some superficial, shallow shit, probably because you like the way the person look, you like the sex, that type of shit, right? And then because you don't want to give that up, you say, well, I'm gonna get into a relationship and all the shit that I don't like, that don't make her girlfriend material, that don't make her wifey material, I'm gonna try and change that shit after the fact. And what happens is you might have some women, they might comply with that at first. But what's gonna happen as time goes on, that's where you get the animosity. That's where you get the resentment. That's where you get the toxic relationships, the drama-filled relationships, because you have people that go about making changes And it ain't really for them, it's for you, which that's the wrong way to be in a relationship where someone is changing for you, right? Because then what's going to happen is going to become a tit for tat. Well, I did this for you. I don't like that. Can you do this for me? That type of shit. And then you got a shitty fucking relationship. So what happens is women feel trapped in the relationship. And because they have the title of girlfriend, fiance, or wife, and they like the title, they try to deal with the shit. But I'm going to tell you right now, even when women cheat, a lot of that is just frustration within a relationship. So sometimes when they cheat, it's a getaway. Okay. Now, it's always about sex, but sometimes it's a getaway where they, like, I've literally had a chick cheat with her man, with me, and buy me a fucking Hallmark card, thanking me. Because she felt like, damn, you're a breath of fresh air. So she literally felt like it was a getaway from her situation. Y'all got it.
Oh, who wants to go? I'm sorry.
No, sorry. I was just distracted by this.
I got you.
Maybe
I got you. I'm gonna find them.
Yeah, there's an impersonator of me in there. I'm flattered, but get a life of your own.
Yeah,
that's fucked up. I just had a conversation recently with a client of mine. He lives in London, and he'll probably catch the show later. But he was with this girl for a while, right? And he was having the same exact problem that you just described, Kay. And I said, well, let me see like how you were talking to her, right? And he was telling her all this stuff that she had to do to make himself feel better, right? So he was like, listen, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, she got a call from like an ex-boyfriend of hers that she dated for like 10 years, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to go to lunch with him, whatever. But he flipped out. And I was like, look, it's fine if you want to have boundaries. And he called it disrespect. And I'm like, listen, no. That's not disrespect, because disrespect is based on something. Okay. But he was basing it on how he's feeling. I said, you can't check a woman or check a situation or check another man based on how you feel. Like, you have to look at the chart and go, okay, these are the set of principles. Oh, number 13 was violated. This is why I'm checking you. Right. But he didn't have that. He was doing it all based on his feelings and how he felt. And I was like, listen, it really just comes down to you. The fact that this makes you feel rejected. It makes you feel desired less. And now you're acting out. And guess what? She's going to run further and faster away from you. Yeah. And that's exactly what she did.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
I'll say, and I just put up a reel or a short talking about this on my stories on my Instagram. And the guy was talking about how actual relationship is two complete, 100% complete people coming together in compatibility. You understand? Where they come together and they like relationships should be easy. I really don't know where people got the idea. I mean, I guess maybe because a lot of us grew up, seeing our parents arguing shit. We probably think that relationships are supposed to be stressful and argumentative and combative and I don't know. I've come to the point where I only want to spend time with a woman if I know it's going to be a good time. I don't care about the sex. I don't care about anything physical or any of that stuff unless I know that we're compatible and it's going to be a good time. And that compatibility allows me to focus on what I require from the relationship and what I require from the relationship only. So honestly, if a woman that I'm dealing with, if she has lunch with an old boyfriend or an old acquaintance or an old fuck buddy or whatever, I swear to God, I will never know. I will never know. Because the only thing I'm concerned about is the next time we're supposed to meet up. That's absolutely the only thing I'm concerned about. And I know it sounds crazy and most dudes is like, so what you mean? You won't worry about if she do this, you don't worry about if she do that? No, I really don't. I really don't. I want her to have complete freedom to be exactly who the fuck she is. Because when I say Saturday at 8 p.m. and she agrees to it, then Saturday at 8 p.m. comes and she don't show up, she's fired. Do you understand? And when she shows up like she's supposed to Saturday at 8, wearing the clothes that I told her to wear and everything like that, that's what lets me know that, see, it's those type of situations that let me know authentically that she values the fucking relationship. A lot of you guys, the only reason why you think your girl values a relationship is because you're forcing her to do all this shit, or you're giving her a whole list of things that she's not supposed to do. So she figures, well, as long as I don't do this, this, and this, he'll think that I actually love him, that we're actually in a healthy relationship. That's not true. I focus on what we're supposed to do. Like the average human being, they'll look at my shirt and they say, Miles, your shirt is not green. Isn't it more efficient to look at my shirt and say, Miles, your shirt is blue? Think about that. Your shirt is blue. That's 4 words. Your shirt is not green. That's 5 words. You're actually doing more work to focus on the negative. You see what I'm saying? So if you incorporate that simple idea to relationships, why would I spend so much time telling a woman what she shouldn't do, when it's easier for me to literally spend time and focus on what I need her to do and what I want her to do? And then if she does it consistently, then I know she's fucking with me. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I ever focus on. What she's doing between the time that I see her now and the next time I see her, I really don't care. Because her showing up to the next situation, all the shit that happened in between, as far as I know, it helped her to be who she is so she could show up for me the next time and to continue to show up for me consistently. It's my opinion that if I do anything to disrupt any of those things, she just might not show up next time. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm not concerned, but if she needs to meet up with an old flame or whatever the fuck it is, do that. As long as it means that you're going to show up for me the next time like you're supposed to. Because we don't see, we're humans are complicated beings. We don't know what's actually going to inspire us or keep us focused or allow us to really be exactly who we are. Yo, I asked my girl to send me a text recently. And I had sent her some other shit during the week. And the text that she actually sent me, it showed me that she had saw the other text that I sent. It wasn't even a text. It was like a demonstration, like a video joint that I sent her. And I looked at the text that she sent me and I'm like, there's no way that she could be able to incorporate everything that I ask of her and be able to do it in one shot and respond like quickly too. You get what I'm saying? And I'm looking at the text and I'm thinking to myself, there's so many guys that's not experiencing what I'm experiencing right now. Why? Because they putting so much fucking restrictions on a woman. They're not giving her the freedom to totally be herself so she could show up for you exactly how she's supposed to show up for you. You understand what I'm saying? But I'll give it to Jay Roman.
I was listening to you, man. I wanted to hear finish that
that
thought line, but the first thing I thought of is representing yourself honestly. And there's different degrees of relationships that we all know. And I feel like that when people get in these relationships and times go on, they get this ownership vibe about
yeah.
where they figure the control is controlling every movement. They understand that, men have a certain role in the relationship and they want to be a leader. And that leadership is not controlling everyday movement. You may have your boundaries, but that's it. And you let that person go from there. I have the wonderful viewpoint of coming from both sides. I used to be a jealous person. You tell me you about to meet up with the ex. I'm like, what for? But I'm just gonna just keep it 100. Like that's just that, and we all learn and grow, right? So as my growth comes, I don't care. The biggest thing for me is communication. You can do a lot of things in this relationship as long as communication, and I'm not talking about forced communication where I have to dig things out of you, right? Yeah. Hey, where did you go? Oh, okay. You okay. What did you eat? Like what it was said. I'm talking about a natural communication where it says, hey, babe, this person called me. I would like to go to lunch. I'm going to go to lunch with them on this date. Just where it's we're talking to each other and not downloading information just because we have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a conversation. And I think that a lot of times we stop that naturally from happening because we're so demanding on things.
Right.
We got to demand this, demand that. And we have to loosen up. And like Zach was saying, like, if she feels like she's going to roll with it for a while, she's going to roll with it because they understand the benefits on the other side of it. But at the same time, if you don't allow her to grow with you, then that relationship is going to be stagnant, and you're going to feel the pain in that relationship.
Facts.
Yep.
Let me add this. Okay, Miles, if you want to turn on the phone lines, bro, we can go ahead and do that. Okay, you guys can call. Let's try to stick to topics related to the show. You know, let's try and do that because people want to hear what we got to say and our opinions about things.
Right.
Because it's gonna help them. Right now,
the only thing is, I liked he called early. That's it. That's the only thing I like, that he called earlier instead of late in the show.
There you go. It was still a disruption, but like you said, it was early. So let me just say this, right? Because when I hear YouTubers, content creators, when I hear them talk about all these different restrictions they have, all that shit is centered around insecurity, jealousy. And my thing is, any relationship where one or both people have insecurity issues or jealousy issues, that relationship is going to crumble. Okay, it's not going to work, right? So I hear YouTubers, for instance, they'll say, I don't want my woman on social media. I want to have access to her phone. I don't want her to have any single girlfriends. I don't want her to have girls' night out. I don't want her to take girl trips. I don't want her to have any dildos. It's like, goddamn. It's like, what do you want, bro? I mean, do you literally want one of those little robots that you're selling?
You want to keep her chained to a pipe in the basement.
Yeah.
You might as well do that. And my thing is, and if you think about it, if you peel back the layers, it's all centered around keeping her from cheating.
Yeah.
All that shit is, and it's preemptive where they're playing defense. Like, I got to put up all of these different things to try and either prevent her from cheating or catch her. And it's like, God damn, it's like, there are some people that should not be in relationships. You just shouldn't be in it because you're not mature enough, you're not grown up enough, and you're not realistic enough to handle what it means to be in a fucking grown-up relationship. And I say this about relationships. They're calculated risk. It's a calculated risk. Anytime you invite people into your life, there's vulnerability there.
Always.
You can't escape that because you can only predict what you're going to do for the most part. You can't predict what they're going to do. You can't predict any other type of influences that may come into the fray and interrupt how they react to you, which is why you need to be a man. And shout out to masculine identity. Once you know your identity, then you know your boundaries. Okay, and your boundaries are going to be rooted in just how you live your life and your standards and principles. I like how people use the word preferences a lot. And when I listen to their quote unquote preferences, I'm like, that's really an insecurity that you're masking with the word preference.
Facts.
Okay? That's all that is. And let me just say this, because guys get offended when people call them insecure. And if you think about the word insecure, all it means is you lack confidence in something. You're not self-assured that something is going to be how you want it to be. That means you're worrying, right? So if you're worrying about something, you're insecure about it, right? So I would tell guys, like, for me, I don't bestow 100% trust on women. I understand that they're flawed. They're human beings. And my thing to any woman I'm going to be with, like when I've gotten into relationships, I've never told a chick, I want you to be faithful. I don't want you fucking no other guy. I've never told a woman that, right? I've never told her that. What usually happens is when a woman wants to be with me, they'll come to me and they'll offer that sexual exclusivity. And I would just tell them, hey, you're the one that's saying you don't want to fuck nobody else. Just understand, if you get caught, you know what it is, right? So do what you're going to do, live your life, have fun. Just don't fuck up. Because this is the promise you made to me. I'm not asking you.
Right.
You made this promise.
Right.
Yep.
Right?
That's right.
You know, Zach, I think a lot of them, the reason why they don't feel like they're being insecure because they hide it behind trying to be everything for their woman, right? Like, oh, why would you want to do this with another guy? Why would you want to go out to dinner with another guy? Why would you want to go with the movies ain't I enough? If there's something that needs to be done, I can do that for you. And even then, it's still all about her. So they curtailed themselves to fit whatever her needs was, which doing that, I would tend to believe that you didn't really honestly show her yourself.
Exactly.
Because you was too busy
her
trying to focus and make everything about her so she would not need anybody else.
Yeah.
Instead of, like you were saying, showing you yourself and her saying, man, I want to be next to that. I want to be next to that guy.
I want to add into something that that Miles mentioned about the time. Okay. And it, like, guys didn't really pick up on this, so I had to make an analogy. Okay. So he said, when you're not with me, you're not with me. And when you're with me, it's during the time when I expect you to be with me. And whatever you're doing when you're not on my time doesn't matter. Okay. Now, there's a lot of guys out there who have different jobs, right? You got, like, say, like 2 part-time jobs or a full-time job and a part-time job or whatever. Okay. When you're at job A, they don't care whether you have job B.
Facts.
They just care that when you show up, you do what you're supposed to do, and you clock out, and then you go to job B. When you get to job B, they don't care where you've been since before your clock in time and what you've been doing. Just as long as you come in, you're presentable, and you're ready to do what you got to do.
Facts.
And it's that simple, right? So you're the guy, you're job A, and you don't care when she's not on your clock, right? And that's the way it is. Now, about the rules thing, okay? A lot of guys get too preemptive with that. They overshoot, and it's like they got their cannons and they're like shooting way the fuck out to create that boundary. It's no. You wait until they're in your boundaries, right? She's past your curiosity, past your interest, and she's now working to earn the position, and now she's like getting in and perhaps on the intern level or the probationary period. Okay. Now you can show her what's going on. Okay. Now you can say, okay, these are the rules. This is how I live my life. So, and they're very specific to every person, don't put your feet up on the coffee table when you come here. Right. You take your shoes off at the door. I don't care if you're the Queen of England, you're taking your shoes off at the door. Like, simple stuff that it just really pertains to you as an individual man. Like, so it's not a prescriptive thing that any of us can tell you about your own rules. But the problem is that guys try to instill rules before there's a situation actually going on where she has really campaigned and has won your acceptance of being in that role that she wants to be in. At that point, that's when you're allowed to say, okay, these are the rules. Right. And then you still leave it up to her to say, okay, I want to partake, or you know what? I hear you. That's very clear. Thank you. But I'm going to move along. And you're like, all right, cool.
Yeah. There's a thing with, and to back up your point, Justin, there's an idea in business where, you could talk about building vertically or building horizontally. You understand that you have to understand your strategy. And I think that when dealing with a woman, building vertically is the most important thing. Right. And what I mean by that is you are the foundation. You are the mainstay. And the more you focus on yourself is the more you build vertically. You understand? You focus on yourself. You focus on your time. You schedule those dates. Everything is about you. And see, when people hear, guys like us talk about this, I can imagine that they might think that when we say, oh, it's all about you, it's your way or the highway. It's like, OK, it's not about just being selfish for being selfish sake. It's about creating an experience that is unique and specific and quality. You understand? So when she does actually spend time with me, she's on the vertical, like she's moving up. You understand what I'm saying? When she comes into my space, she's moving up. Because just now when you said about shooting the cannons all the way out there, it's like when you spread too far horizontally, you take away strength from the center. You take away strength from the vertical. Yep. You understand? So, and if you understand the strength in the center, and you are the center, you're the leader, you're the king, you are the mainstay and the foundation of this relationship. What a lot of guys don't get is that a woman will be influenced and follow your lead. And if you're focused on you, then she will focus on you. You understand? If guys developed a certain level of strength and confidence, as much as they give the woman freedom to do whatever she wants with other guys, quote unquote, you'll be surprised how much she doesn't. You'll be surprised how much she'll follow your lead and really focus on you, because she's thinking to herself, I've never met a guy that confident that wouldn't even care about what I'm doing when I'm not with him. And while she's not with you, she's thinking about the fact that you don't give a fuck. So even if she's 440, hold tight for a second. So even if she's been being quote unquote tempted, she's thinking to her, she's still thinking about you. She's looking at the guy in front of her and thinking to herself, damn, I could fuck this nigga, and the alpha that I'm really interested in wouldn't even care.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she's thinking. So
sitting there thinking, like, what's Miles doing right now?
Yeah, what's Miles doing?
Exactly.
Bro, and
it's real.
It almost takes the excitement out of her fucking the other dude, because she's like,
right, but you can't do that. You know, I mean, like, shout out to Steve. He brings this up a lot, but you can't do that if you're comparing yourself to what he calls dwellers, right?
Exactly.
Because that puts you on the same level.
Exactly.
Right. So, and once your consciousness starts slipping out of your mind and starts going into where she's at or where he's at or where he's at, you've lost.
Exactly.
You lost complete grounding within yourself.
And I'm not saying, but real quick, J. Roman, I'm not saying that that's the way that you quote unquote keep women from cheating, because as long as you're thinking, oh, I'm trying to keep my woman from cheating, you've already lost. Let's just understand that. So I'm not saying that it's absolute that she will never fuck another dude and da 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 da. But what I'm saying is the, like you said, Justin, she's thinking, I wonder what my alpha is doing. That's what she's thinking. Even while she's probably riding another dick, she's thinking to herself, damn, I miss my alpha. You know, this guy's cute and all that, but I miss my alpha. And I think that is the important part that a lot of guys don't understand. It's like, look, there's other dicks out there. It's physical. There's a chance that it's gonna happen, but you having her mind, that's the most important thing. Go ahead, J. Roman, and then I'll take the call right after you're done.
Yeah, just real quick. You know, I like to think of things because Zach put the relationship title up there, and when I consider relationship, it's past the vetting zone. You guys have been in it 5, 6, 7 years, right?
Right.
So this woman you have next to you, she knows you. She knows your mistakes, your inconsistencies, and she knows all that. And so now, the more you lose some of that because you've been inconsistent and because you haven't said or backed up the things you said, you start to rein in a little more tighter on her mistakes. And that's what me and Zach, and I believe you was on there, Justin was on there, we had that. So don't let your own insecurities, blame her for it. Right. So now you're reining in on her mistakes, and you're reining in and setting more rules, more boundaries, more things. And then you're also not giving her time to recommit to you because you're judging them so quickly. Instead of saying, okay, hey, this is where I'm growing to, communicating, this is what we're doing. It doesn't matter what I look like before. This is where I'm going to, this is where I'm at. And then you got to be consistent in that movement, and then also allow her time to catch up. People want to move and then quickly turn around and be like, well, how come you're not doing what I said? How come you're not doing? And she's like, well, every time you say something, you ain't really consistent in what you said. So I'm not changing anything because I know you'll be right back to this.
Right.
Like you want to change your diet every 6 months. You're going to be right back to eating pizza with us. So I'm not making any new food or anything like that. So, a lot of times in your relationship, they know you. They know you. So, if you ain't getting the results that listening or, she's opening up, then maybe you might want to do something a little bit different. And that's mainly work on yourself and be consistent in the things that you say you're going to do.
Yeah. Just real quick to add to that, just before the call, guys, look into positive reinforcement because it's not about always, if you ever worked with children, right? This works. It's powerful. You got a good defense saying, don't do this. I don't like this. This is because of this, this, and this. but then you want to also encourage the behavior that you do see, that you do like, right? And then you don't have to focus so much on the negative behavior. All you do is just kind of like check that every once in a while, but spend more time focusing on the behavior you do want to see with praise, rewards, acknowledgement. And then that feeds and creates an anchor where they're like, oh, I get better response from my man by doing the things that he wants me to do, right? And that lifts me up, and then I want to help him even more.
Exactly. All right, we got shout out to LeBron with the $20 super chat. He got the thumbs up on there, and then we have 440. You're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
My name's Eli, 24, and from Ohio.
All right.
So my question is, for when you're approaching women, like in areas like this might be overthinking, but I don't want to come off as desperate if I'm going to like the mall or bar or whatever, and I'm just approaching all these women. I don't want it to come off as like weird.
Hold on.
I guess.
Let me ask you a question. Are you desperate?
I don't think I'm desperate. No.
Okay. All right. Let's try that one more time. Are you desperate, sir?
No.
Okay. So what are you?
I'm just like, what do you mean? Like,
what if you're not desperate? Then what are you? You're going out approaching women, right? You said you might go to the mall or something like that. So I'm asking you, what are you? If you're not desperate, what are you? How do you describe yourself?
I'll say a go-getter, I guess.
Excuse me?
A go-getter, I guess.
A go-getter. So you're going to get what you're trying to get.
Yes.
And what is that?
To get to know the woman and see where it goes from there.
Well, that's all you got to focus on, brother. That's all you need to focus on. If you're worried about how people are going to think about you, then you're losing. That's a losing mentality, being worried about what other people think about you going to get what you're trying to get. If you're trying to get something, then just go get it. There's nothing else you need to think about other than going to get what you're trying to get.
See, what that tells me, caller, is that you're not comfortable in your own skin because you're worried about how you're going to be perceived. If you were doing something righteous and something that you really wanted to do, then you wouldn't care how you're perceived. You would just do the thing that you want to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You care about how people perceive you. And this is what guys don't understand. Okay, the mind is a powerful thing, right? So what happens is if you approach a situation and in the back of your head or even at the forefront, you have this concern or this worry about something, it's going to impact how you interact with people, right? Because now when you speak, and your body language is going to be of a person where you're kind of tempering, you're very hesitant to just be free and be you because you're thinking.
Right.
Okay, instead of focusing on the task at hand and being in the moment, you're thinking about all this other shit that's kind of interfering with you being able to just flow with the situation. Y'all got it.
Thanks.
Oh, real quick, Unique with the 10, he says sometimes when a guy thinks he's changing a woman to his program, he is not only putting himself on a leash, the woman needs to change by her own conscious decision due to influence. I agree.
Yep.
She has to see the value in you and want to switch up what she does.
Right. Anybody going to get with the caller on his question?
Yeah, I don't like creating problems for myself. So you just created a whole problem from yourself by your own thought of your own actions.
Right.
Like, there's going to be enough. I remember it was actually my mom said this, there's enough people that's going to discount you or put you down. You don't have to put yourself down.
Exactly.
That should never be one of your things that you do to yourself. So, it was mainly your thought line. If you wanted to have an interaction or talk to somebody, you talk to that person. You don't have to think about the negative before you even do it or while you're doing it.
All right, caller.
All right, but it's still the same thing. Like if somebody, I'm just saying, like if there's a bunch of, like if you're going approaching every woman and stuff like that, I don't know, but caller,
look, let me help you out. Let me help you out. when I'm talking to women, I hope people are listening. I want people to listen because I want them to say, "God damn, you see what this nigga saying? That's some fly ass shit." I want people to listen because the guys that ain't got no game, they can probably learn something from the shit that I'm saying.
Facts.
And the women that aren't used to real men who are authentic and assertive, they're gonna hear one speaking to this woman, and they're gonna be like, "Girl, if you reject them, I'll take them." You know what I'm saying? So I want you to hear me. Go ahead, y'all got it.
Mhm.
I was in junior high school. I learned in third period. This is because this is when you start doing the periods, right? In third period, somebody told me this girl named Elizabeth liked me, and she was one of the pretty girls at school, really pretty. And so I had my Captain Morgan stance at lunch on the bench, and I was sitting there talking to her. A bird came by and shitted on me. It hit my hat, my shoulder, my jeans, and my shoes.
God damn.
Blap. Right in the middle of me talking to her, right? Now this is junior high. A lot of immaturity going around, right? So everybody knew I was gonna talk to her. Oh, he's gonna talk to you, he's gonna talk to you. And so I had 3, 4, 5 different friends and her friends in a circle looking as we talked to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And this happened. So I went to the bathroom, I cleaned myself up, went to class. After class, I told her, "Hey, come talk to me underneath this tree."
Yeah.
That's it. Like stuff is going to happen, man. But it happens to everybody. There's nobody that gets out of this world. Even the guy you think is the freshest guy in the world, he's had stuff happen to him.
Right.
Who cares, man? Yeah, we got to get a thicker skin amongst ourselves. Like, you have to understand. Don't be negative with yourself. Stuff in this world is going to happen. So what? Next one up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if she never talked to me because I got the bird dumped on me, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
Plus, she's an idiot because everybody knows that when bird shit on you is good luck. And shout out to
I didn't know that.
Shout out to Elysian Wretch, I guess, with the $10 or $10 super chat. He says, "Thank you, Kerry. The psychologist I visited also said being in the moment to avoid the unnecessary thinking." Exactly. Caller, you got to be present, bro. Like, when you see that girl, just go stop thinking and just go say hi, bro. Like, I used to do this thing when I was younger, because I used to get nervous just like y'all motherfuckers, and I used to just do a countdown. I used to see the girl, and as soon as I saw the girl, I would just force myself, and I would say 3, 2, 1, and I would just start walking to her. And I had no fucking idea what the fuck I was gonna say, and I would just go right up to her, and I would just look her in the face until I figured out to say hello. Or half the time she would say hello first. You understand? And then I would say hello, and I would, yeah, hey, what's up? My name is Miles. Blah 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 blah. Then we would start talking. The bottom line is just go fucking do it, man. Stop being a bitch.
Mm-hmm. And just understand that your anxieties and your overthinking takes you into a future that doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Right? And it also puts you in the past that doesn't exist. Right. So you're not actually like, when your mind is active with the future or the present in a non-constructive way. So I'm not saying don't plan and don't reflect. Okay. Plan and reflect, because that's constructive. But when it's just non-constructive and it's just mental diarrhea, okay, you're no longer where you are, right? And so you're barely living, you're just functioning. Okay. So just get into the moment, and when you notice your mind going off, recognize that it's going off and stop it immediately and bring yourself back to center, right?
Hey, caller, have you ever heard of anyone dying from embarrassment?
No.
No?
No.
So that means when you're going up to talk to girls, no matter what happens, you won't die, right?
Yeah, true.
Exactly. So stop being a fucking bitch. Just stop it.
There you go.
Okay.
You got any other questions?
All
right, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for your call. All right.
All right. Thanks.
All right, man. Take it easy.
How we on calls?
Yeah, we good on calls. Guys, call in. What was it? 919 something. 919 9392. Y'all could call in.
There you go. let me tell this story. And I've told this story a couple of times, and it goes with she's a prisoner in a relationship, right? I've heard guys say, for instance, they'll say, I'm in a relationship with this woman, and she keeps bringing up marriage, but I don't want to get married, but I don't want to tell her no. Just with that, you're keeping her as a prisoner in a relationship.
Mm.
Because just tell her you don't want to get married and give her the choice to see if she wants to stay. So let me tell you the story. I had a girlfriend, living girlfriend. She was living with me. We were together for a few years, and she wanted to get married. Now, the very first time she brought it up, I kind of sidestepped it, and I kind of didn't really speak on it. A couple of months later, she brings it up again, and I'm like, okay, Carrie, you got to go ahead and handle this because it's gonna keep coming, right? So when she brought it up a second time, I had already knew. Now, I wasn't opposed to being married. I just didn't want to marry her, right? But I didn't want to tell her that. I didn't want to say I don't want to marry you, you know. So I just said
how.
So I just told her, I said, look, we're never gonna get married. It's not gonna happen. So I said this to her face. That's what I told her. I said, but look, if you want to be married, you're free to go find a man who wants to be a husband to you.
Oh shit.
So I'm giving her my blessing. Now, this is a woman that's living in my house, right? I'm giving her my blessing. Go find, because I know, because you're telling me you want to get married. I know I don't. So I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you it's never gonna happen. But if you want that, you're free to go find that. Now, a few weeks later, a month later, she goes out with her girls, right? And she comes back to the crib drunk. And while she's drunk, she's telling me how she met this dude, which, keep in mind, a few weeks before, go find him, right? If you need a dude who want to be, if you want to be married that bad, go find that guy.
Right.
So she tells me how she met this guy. I wasn't mad that she met the guy. I was upset that she was drunk and that she drove home drunk. Right? That's what I was upset about, because my thing is, I don't believe in keeping women in a situation where they want something I'm not willing to give them.
Right.
Right. So what most guys would do when they know that they don't want to marry the woman, they'll keep basically extending it. Girl, I just ain't ready yet. I'm not saying never, but I'm just not ready yet. And they'll keep extending it because they don't want to give up the woman. Mm-hmm. Although they don't see a future with her, like the future she wants with him. My thing is, give her the freedom of choice. Mm-hmm. Let her know, if this is important to you, you're free to go find a guy to give it to you, because I'm not. Most guys, they wouldn't do that because they'll be worried about she gonna leave me or she gonna go fuck another dude. And my thing is, I didn't care about none of that. Again, I just cared about her safety while she was out doing that. Y'all got it.
Bada bop boom pow.
Yeah, when guys are really scared of the whole rejection thing, really, they've already rejected themselves a long time ago.
Facts.
Right? Because think about it. If you're completely unworried about someone rejecting you, it doesn't matter what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because that is full. Like, you are full on your side. Now, if you're not full on your side, if you're not full of self, right, then you need some external means of, there we go. You need some bit of whatever, depending on just your level of who you are. And, because some guys need it a lot and some guys need it just a little bit. There's varying degrees, but to the size of it that you need, it's going to have to be supplemented from someone else, right? Because there's that bit of a gap in you. And so if that doesn't happen, it becomes readily apparent, right, that there's some kind of hole there. So this really doesn't work, right? If you don't have a sense of full self, right, where you care about yourself and you don't reject who you are. But if there's any kind of self-rejection in there, any kind of your relational experiences are going to become flawed.
Facts.
Shout out Hayes with the $9.99.
Yeah, that was.
Let me just say this: she never left me. I ended up breaking up with her, but she's married now. And she mad. She head over heels in love with this dude.
Nice.
And I just want to say this, because I hear God, because she was a single mother at the time that I was dealing with her. Mm-hmm. I want to say that, and me not marrying her had nothing to do with that, right? Mm-hmm. She wasn't the one, right? Let me just say this, right? Because I hear guys say all the time, don't deal with single mothers, because if y'all break up, that means you break up with the kids too. To this day, now, when I first met her, her son was 2 years old. Okay, her son is 17, 18 now. I still got a relationship with her son. That little nigga was over here a couple weeks ago, right? At my crib, right? Because although she's married to this dude, and because I broke up with his mother back in 2011.
You better than me, Zach. You better than me.
So it's been 12 years, right? But he still got a relationship with me to this very day. So that's not necessarily accurate.
You better than me, Zach. I'm coming back. I'm coming to take the Tonka toy trucks. I bought them and everything.
Oh my God.
We done. We're done.
All right. We got 802. You're on live on the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. What's up? 802.
Okay, my name is Franz. I'm 46. I'm from Vermont.
Franz from Vermont. What's up, man? 46. Yeah. Go ahead.
Just want to ask a question, a follow-up question to the topic that you're talking about.
All right.
I don't know if you can hear my voice very well or not, or if it's...
Yeah, we hear you just fine.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Tell me, I just want to know, why is it a woman is more attracted to a guy who does just exactly what you're saying, as opposed to being the opposite? Is it that she's attracted to confidence, or why is it that it works that way?
All right, let me ask you a question. Did you go away to college?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so that means you used to live at home with your parents when you was in high school, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, which situation did you like better? When you was at home with your parents and you had a curfew, or when you was in college where you could do whatever the fuck you want?
Well, whenever I had the freedom to do whatever I want.
Oh, so you enjoyed the environment of you being able to do whatever the hell you wanted.
Yes.
Okay, so imagine a woman, she's getting dates, attention, and dick, and she has the freedom to do whatever the hell she wants. And then and then think about the opposite. That she's getting dick, she's getting dates, but she's sitting there with a guy that's telling her, well, don't do this and don't do this. And if I see you doing this, blah, blah, blah. See, as human beings, freedom is a very attractive quality. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Freedom is super attractive. So if you're in a relationship where you can actually be who you are and still enjoy yourself with a person that you're compatible with and have freedom on top of all that, it's pretty much the best of all worlds. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
And then on top of that, you being a man who is a leader. So when she's in your presence, all she gets is quality leadership, and she can depend on you, and you're consistent, and all of those other things. It's the best, pretty much.
Real quick, shout out to Joe Blast with the 5 Respect Kings.
What's up, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I just have issue with the question in itself. Like, why? Like, fellas, stop asking questions about why women do whatever they do.
Facts.
Because it sounds like you're sitting there on a safari, looking at the animals and going, "Why do tigers eat meat? What does it matter? It just eats meat."
Right.
It's a carnivore. That's why. Okay. Do you care whether squirrels like to eat nuts? Why? Just understand that it likes to eat nuts. If you get the best answer with all the information laid out for you, this is why women do these things. How's that going to help you? Except for you weak motherfuckers out there who say, oh, that means that if I do this, then she'll like me. And that goes right back to what I was talking about before, because you don't like yourself. You're trying to figure out the answer from something outside of you.
Damn.
I ain't even gonna go behind that. Go ahead, Jay Roman. Go ahead.
No, I just, Justin put it right on the nail there. And I think that's why guys, they get trapped being false leaders.
Facts.
Because they're trying to do it just for a certain result instead of it being their identity and them moving a certain way, because that's just how they move. And I think that's the difference between some people really understanding because they can implement a lot of things and listen to a lot of coaches and, I did it. But if your intent is still doing it just for her, then it's not genuine, because it should be about you being a better person. And then if she sees that or recognizes that, then she might have a certain reaction or not. Who knows? It all depends on what type of person she is. But at the same time, you're still going to be a better person because you did it for yourself and not just for a result, concerning her. So,
caller, you have another question?
No, I'm just wondering as a follow up. I was going to ask: is the reason why that men have issues like this is because they're looking too much out of themselves, or is it or because
Can you change the caller? Can you change the question to an I statement? Say, do I think this way because I right? Stop talking about other men, please.
Yeah. So be honest with how you think. What's going on with you, as Mr. Justin said, because you're really asking about you, but you're trying to make it seem like it's a collective of men question.
Like you're writing a term paper or something about sociological issues. Like, make it about yourself.
But I heard this. I joined the broadcast when in the middle of it, so I didn't hear what came before. So I was just trying to see if you mentioned the reason for whatever it was. That's why.
You got 4 experienced men here who have a lot of knowledge that can help you out. You have airtime. Ask a question having to do with your life experience as a man. Use this time wisely instead of just asking general questions about men and general questions about women, none of which you're fucking with. If you were talking about your woman, say, hey, I'm messing with this one girl and she said this or she did this. What do you think that I should do? Right? Make it applicable to your life right now.
Well, recently I have let this lady know that I'm not going to worry about what she's doing, and she seemed to come right back. So that seemed to be quite interesting that it worked that way.
But why would you have to even tell her that?
Right.
Because if you just live in your life, she can see you don't give a damn about what the hell she's doing.
No, because I told her I didn't want to deal with her anymore.
Hold on. See, but that implies that you had that discussion. It implies that she was doing something that you didn't like. You had a discussion about it. She didn't change, and then you just said, "You know what? I'm throwing my hands up. I'm done with it." Right? That's what it sounds like to me.
Right, because I had standards that I told her this is what I'm standing for. This is what I'm willing to accept. And apparently, through her actions, she showed just the contrary. So I told her I don't want to deal with her anymore, and I stopped talking to her. And then she wants to come back to me and try to convince me that I was wrong, and I'm not interested in having that conversation. So,
well, she can't come back unless you allow her to come back. So, did you allow her to come back?
She messaged me, so I stopped talking. Like I told her I don't want to deal with her. I stopped talking to her. I didn't message her, and then she messaged me, trying to convince me that I was wrong, and I don't talk to her anymore. So, short of blocking the woman,
yeah. Why don't you block her? Why don't you just block her, bro? Why don't you just do that?
I just thought because she's an adult, she would get the message and not.
No. If you have nothing to say to this woman anymore, you can go ahead and block her, bro.
Okay. I think I'll do that.
Yeah. You think you'll do that?
As in, that's what I'm planning to do. Yes.
Okay.
You're not talking with a lot of conviction.
Let me ask you something, bro.
This is what I will do.
Do you like this girl? How much do you like her? How much do you still? How much do you still like her? You said not that much, so there's some room for liking her. On a percentage scale, how much do you still want her to be in your life, sir?
I don't know, 30%.
Oh my God,
that's a lot.
Is this the most attractive girl you've ever dated?
Yo, listen, caller.
Nope.
Listen.
I have reason to believe that you are suffering from chronic bitch dependency. Bitch dependency is no laughing matter.
I like that shit.
What gets me is like you individuals would call and they would solve their own problem. Like it seemed like you solved the same question you are asking by doing what you did. You said, "Hey, I stand for this. You're not about that. Okay, have a good day. We're done." And she says, "No, I think you're wrong because of this and this and that." And this is the point where we differ, because it doesn't matter if you think I'm wrong. we're done, right? And so so instead of that being your thought line, you're like, well, maybe she might have a point. Let me call for validation to see if that's the case. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm wrong.
Right.
And it's like, if you have something set already where you said, this is my standard, and she's broken that standard, and you let her go, then where is the issue? There is no issue here. You let her go. It's done. She can say whatever, but I really like you. Well, too bad. And even now, you can't take her back now, because now she's only pretending to go along with your standard because it wasn't naturally her. Because she's only going with the standard that you said because that's what you said now.
Lack of game
Caller-
causes confusion.
Well, Caller he's a prisoner to her whims.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, right? And this is what you have to understand. A lot of you guys are a glutton for punishment. Okay? And the shit that it's kind of like it's kind of like when you go out into traffic and you almost get hit by a car and you keep trying even though the car is coming. You know if you keep trying, something bad is gonna happen, but you keep doing it anyway, right? So what happens, Caller, is when you tell her, I don't like that you did that, and then she does it again, and then you tell her, now that you did it again, you're not listening to me. I'm done with you. Then she messages you, and you entertain her, as Renee was saying. Now she knows you don't stand on nothing.
Facts.
You don't have any convictions as a man. Automatically, she won't respect you. Now, already she don't respect you. Already.
Right. Telling you that you're wrong.
Exactly. Yeah. But the fact that you're entertaining her, now she knows I can actually probably control this guy.
Exactly.
I probably can control him by acting like there's an issue with what he's saying, and he's going to entertain me. And what you guys fail to realize, when you get in the mud with women, when you come down to their level, because here's the thing, as a man, you should be bringing women up to your level. Okay, this is how women respect you, admire you, things of that nature. When you come down to a woman's level and you get in the mud with her like a little pig and shit, right? She knows all I gotta do is say something, and I can easily get his attention. I can literally play with his emotion like a fucking yo-yo, and that's what she's doing with you. Y'all got it.
Yeah. How long have you been messing with? Sorry, Justin. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that goes right back to what I was mentioning before about positive reinforcement, right? Positive reinforcement just means you're positively reinforcing something with positive action. So this applies here as well, right? By basically you're condoning certain things, right? So in doing that, you're positively reinforcing for this to occur again and again. Right?
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
No, I just want to know how long you actually been talking to this woman prior to you letting her go.
Over a year.
Okay, so this is not just talking. You guys are pretty much in a relationship, right?
He called about this lady a few weeks ago.
I know it's a different woman. And so different woman. And so I told her what my standard is and what I was willing to accept. And I stopped talking to her. And then she wants to know why I'm not talking to her anymore, and she doesn't agree with me, and she doesn't understand. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about this. This is stupid.
And how long ago was that?
Damn, I gotta look at the chat. A couple weeks ago, I think.
Oh, it was a chat.
Too much. Yeah,
he was responding to her.
Dude. Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Just drop it.
Yeah,
dude. That's living in the past, man.
I can block her on WhatsApp right now, and you know that's the thing.
Don't tell us.
Hey, I think. Hey, see, right now, like, were you excited when you got rid of her because you had room for somebody else?
I was happy to get her off my chest, yeah, because she's becoming a nuisance to me, yeah.
Oh, so why are you wondering about that feeling now? You don't have the same feeling?
I'm just wondering why she's doing this. Is it because something I'm doing, or is it?
No, she likes to argue with you because she thinks she can win.
Why do squirrels like to eat nuts?
Hold on, caller. Listen. Let's think logically just for a second. If you are done with her and you don't want a relationship with her anymore, why does it matter, bro? Why does anything that she's doing right now matter?
Because she's message bombing me. So I'm like, okay, I need to block this.
What trip did you promise her? Did you promise to go on a trip? Were you guys planning on going on a trip?
Nope.
Okay. Well, she likes to argue.
I was gonna go to Singapore to see her, but I
Wait.
Whoa.
See there, I just
Hold on. This bitch lives. She lives where?
Singapore.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Look,
There you go. You promised her to come out there, huh?
I got a secret to tell y'all. I already knew the girl he was talking about lived overseas because he's done consultations with me where he only deal with bitches that are overseas. So I already knew. I was just waiting for him to slip up and say it so y'all can catch that shit.
I knew I could smell something. I know you other fellas, Jay, Miles, I know you could pick up there was something missing. There's something small, but oh man, that's good.
Caller.
I already knew the chick he never even met yet. I already knew it, but go ahead.
Caller, you are suffering from bitch dependency, bro. Like you need to let them go. Let them go, bro. What are you afraid of? Why are you afraid to let her go? Why are you afraid to block her and move on? What's going on?
I just think I didn't have to block her. I thought she would just go away.
No.
I told her I don't want to talk to her.
Okay, so now that you see that she's not going away and she's still causing you stress or issues, why not just block her and move on? Why even call us up today?
Because I was just wondering why she was doing it.
But if you don't want a relationship with her, why does it matter? Why are you wondering about her at all? That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Because I'm wondering because I was thinking this as a microcosm that maybe it was something I did. I'm wondering if it was something I was doing that caused this, or
I got you, man. I got you. Let's do this right here, okay? I'm gonna shoot out some stuff, and you tell me your response to it, okay? She's doing it because she wants your money. Now, what's your response?
She's not gonna get it.
She's doing it because deep down she really likes you. What's your response?
If she's proven it by her actions, then I'll believe it. If not, I won't believe it.
Well, she's already proven it, right? So that's why you let her go. So there's no more room for actions, right?
That's right. I just blocked her a moment ago.
Okay, so she's doing it because she likes to argue.
Apparently, yep. I'm running into women like that, and I'm wondering.
She's doing it because she smells bitch in you. What's your response?
Well, it's a hard pill to swallow, but if it's true, it's true.
Okay, so
what's convenient?
So now, it doesn't matter what the reason why she is doing this. Like, we can keep going down the line and we can go down a list. You have a certain set of responses, and that's why. Now, if you believe it's because she smells bitch in you, right? Then maybe if you keep running across the same problem, you might want to get with yourself and wonder why I keep doing that for myself, but not for her, because this one's gone.
Right.
He look, real quick, certified Tyrone, yes. So a couple months back, when he called into the Real Game No Theory and y'all saw my head go down, as soon as I heard his voice, I knew who he was, just like this time. Well, y'all got it, man.
Don't create the same problem for yourself just to feel alive.
No.
Like, sometimes people, you have issues just to feel the issue. Like, relax. Like, you should be enjoying this time period that you get to talk to whoever you're talking to. This one's gone. I'm quite sure there'll be another one you're calling Zag show about a different day. But it won't be this one. But you might want to work on yourself.
So it's the way I'm coming across that makes her that I'm training her to be that way, or is it?
Aha! There we go. There we go. You.
Hello?
He had one of these moments and shit.
630. I don't know what happened. It didn't let me. I think he got cut off. But 630. You're on live
No.
with the. Is that you? 630.
Yes,
No,
sir.
that's not me.
So wait, what happened?
We got two callers on the line.
Somebody called in, and I don't know what happened.
630.
Yes,
630.
sir.
Okay. You're on live with the man who is a skill set show. Name, age, city. Go ahead.
Hey, this is Fat 29 from Austin.
All right.
Thank you for taking my call. I'm actually just trying to contact KZAG, and I sent them a email a couple months ago and one yesterday. I'm not getting any kind of response. I have a couple questions for them. I want to set up a coaching call.
Give me a second. You sent the email to KZAG 20 or KZAG? Hold on. What's your name in the email? What's your email name? Bro, you don't know your email name?
Hello.
Did he just hang up?
Hello. Who's on now? Because
Yeah.
this Skype shit is
That's
crazy,
me.
guys. That's you. You still on? Okay, cool. No problem. 440. You're still on.
Who's the overseas guy? The one that dates the overseas? Is he still on?
That's me.
Yeah, he's still
That's
on.
me.
He's still on. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm in this for you, for me, and then any other coaches can say whatever they want to say. But instead of wondering why she's doing what she's doing, you might wonder why you're doing what you're doing, and concentrate on that more. And get some coaching for that. And don't worry about her. You shouldn't worry about any more hers.
Okay, that might be the crux of my problem because I spent a lot of time trying to figure out why people
Caller. That is not that it might be the crux. It is. Okay. You have to focus on what you're doing. Stop focusing on what the women is doing. Like, are you listening to us? Are you hearing what we're saying?
I'm hearing. I'm hearing. I'm just acknowledging what you said, and I'm just coming to the conclusion that that's the reason for the problem.
Okay, so yeah, just focus on what you're doing. All right, buddy.
All right.
All right, man.
Take your time.
All right, man. Take it easy. Have a good one.
All right.
Alrighty.
Yeah, you too.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. All right. Real quick, for the guy that called in from Austin, my email is on the screen, and for anyone else that wants coaching or any type of consultation, hit me up there. kzagan20@gmail.com.
Okay.
Now, just for those listening, track back to how that call first started, right? And watch what happens, right? Especially how it ended with Jay Roman, how personal and precise it became, right? He started off asking these general ass questions about male behavior and female behavior, and what if this guy does that, and what does it matter if she does this, and it all just whittled down to him, right? So guys, don't waste your time up here. Don't waste your time. Don't waste our time talking about these general concepts and theories, right? Really, he obviously we pulled it out. He had a question with himself, right? So don't be embarrassed. Let your balls drop a little bit and just ask about your own situation.
Yep. Stop lying.
There you go. Stop. And let me just say this. See, that's that passive aggressive indirect shit. Right. And just by him doing that speaks volumes of how he carries himself in his day-to-day life. Okay, even with women, where he has trouble communicating. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have trouble communicating how you feel, or not even how you feel, if you have trouble communicating your thoughts, I'll put it this is probably a better way to put it. If you have trouble communicating your thoughts to people,
right, you're
never gonna get what you want in life. Never. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to communicate effectively, efficiently, and clearly so people understand exactly what the fuck you're saying beyond a shadow of a doubt.
And I'll add to that, Zag, and call in, man, is 919-647-9392. We still got another 30, 40 minutes on here, so y'all could call in. But I'll say this, Zag, trust that the things that you want are good. You understand? it's kind of like everybody's fucking. For some reason, it just feels like I live in a world where the majority of men on this planet, think that they're masturbating behind a curtain when they have a thought. Like every fucking thought that we have is something to fucking be ashamed of. Like if I'm standing at a party or at a bar and I see that woman over there and she's attractive to me, somehow I should be ashamed of that. Like, what the fuck are we doing? If every man believed that way, none of us would have been born. You understand what I'm saying? Like this, it's like, why? Like, stop believing that the things that you want should be ashamed. Like, you should be ashamed of what you want. Like, feel good. Like, celebrate the fact that you're alive, that you have blood pumping through your fucking veins, that you see a woman over there that you're attracted to and you want to go over there and talk to her. Like, celebrate that shit. Like, I swear to God, half of you, if you would just celebrate the fact that you want to go talk to a girl, you would come off so much better because this is what happens to most guys. They go over, oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, my name is, I don't know. I thought you were kind of cute, so I don't. And then the woman is like, ew, get away from me. I can taste your disgust and your shame. Get away. Don't talk to me. I can already see that you're ashamed of the fact that you even find me attractive. Listen to Franz, the guy from Vermont that just called in. Listen to the sound of his voice. He got bitches overseas feeling the shame in his voice to the point that they don't respect him and they keep fucking message bombing him on WhatsApp and telling him he's wrong for wanting to end a long distance around the world relationship. Like, this is what I'm talking about, guys. If you don't love yourself, if you don't believe that the things that are in your mind are good things, that are beautiful things, if you don't believe that about yourself, there's no way you're going to get what you want out of this fucking life.
Well, even your t-shirt says it all.
Exactly.
Be so selfish that you don't hide. This is what the fuck I want. Why would I hide what I want for fear that somebody is going to judge me for it? And then ultimately, well, since you want that, I'm not going to give it to you. I want you to be concerned with what I want. And my thing is, that's not my concern. It's your concern to be selfish and get what you want. Just like it's my concern to be selfish and get what I want. So when you talk about compatibility, what it's about is two selfish motherfuckers that want the same thing coming together.
Exactly. And the thing is, unless you celebrate what you want and have the understanding that there's nothing wrong with what you want. As a matter of fact, it's everything right about what you want. The fact that you even want something is a beautiful fucking thing. The fact that you're alive, the fact that you have desires, the fact that you're a human being, like, celebrate it, bro. Like, I can't stand the unnecessary self-hatred. And I don't think these guys even realize how much self-hatred there is in the insecurities that like the first caller, like, well, when I'm approaching women, I'm worried about what people think, bro. And I don't know what about, and it's like, if I spend enough time celebrating myself, it's so hard for me to worry about what others think. Mm-hmm. If I'm spending all my time celebrating myself, there's no time for me to worry about other people not agreeing with me or not believing in me, because I'm spending so much time believing in myself. This is why we talk about being selfish. This is why we talk about game. This is why we talk about masculine identity. Like, it's oh man, I don't know. It just makes me kind of like I want to drive it into the heads of these guys. Like, bro, stop masturbating behind a curtain. You know what I'm saying? Stop feeling ashamed for what's going on in your brain, bro.
That last caller, he had layers and layers and layers of tint to even see himself. He's been lying to himself for a long time. Because he knows that he needs to, deep down, he knows he needs to work on himself. Why would you choose to engage in unattainable relationships to the point you think somebody's arguing with you across the world? I don't know what you do. You don't know what I do. But you're choosing to spend a lot of time with somebody. And then to say, I spent like a year in this relationship and she's arguing with me, and you're refusing to look at yourself by compounding your situation. Let's say she was super into him, this guy. She's all the way across the other side of the globe. How can you? How much more can you compound a situation for a relationship there? For a year. So, a lot of guys are lying to themselves, and I say that a lot. The worst lie you can say is to yourself, and you gotta stop lying to yourself. If you're a fat fuck, you're a fat fuck. You gotta understand you're fat, right? Like if you are not tall, you're short. So what? You're short. If you're tall, so what? You're tall. I know a tall guy complain about being tall. I know a short guy complain about being short. Who cares? You are what you are. Right. If you do something, stop. Just stop lying to yourself. And when you stop that, the easier and the faster you can address the real issue. Like, he knows he's been acting like a bitch in every relationship he's been at. That's why he takes it overseas, where it's not face to face.
Yep, or it's not online.
Yeah, he's been avoiding himself. So, I'm with you, Miles. Like, the things that irritate me is that people lying to themselves. I'm a real basic dude. I'm a simple guy. I like to be real simple so people can understand me. They get to know me real quick. And you lying to yourself is only going to delay you actually presenting an honest, genuine self.
Facts. Well, let me say this about these relationships, because again, I coached them, so I'm familiar with all these little fucking women that he be having pen pal relationships with. My thing is this. Okay, my thing is this, right?
But hold on, 919-467. I mean, 647-9392. Call in, guys. Call in. Go ahead, Zach.
Okay, real quick, because my thing is he has to ask himself this question. Okay, and it's a very simple answer. What would compel a woman who lives in Singapore, Thailand, Cambodia to have a relationship with a guy online? What would compel her? Okay? And she never ever makes an effort to go to where he's at.
Exactly.
What would compel her? Number one, you have a bunch of lonely motherfuckers that just want attention, but also, and I hope he's listening, because he already told him this shit months ago. These women, they know you are American. They're hoping they can get you to their country so you can take care of them, right? That's all they are looking for you to do. There is no real, genuine connection you're building with these females. But y'all got it.
We got 470. You're on live with the man. Is a skill set show. Name, age, city. What's up?
My name's Gennaro Howard. I'm from Atlanta.
All right, Gennaro from Atlanta. 26. Gennaro, Atlanta, 26. Appreciate you, bro. What's on your mind, brother?
Okay, I'm strictly on a self improvement journey, but my question is, like, I'm with my baby mama, and I take care of my son, but I'm having a problem with identifying if my baby moms or anybody that I come in contact with is like for me, because I spend time avoiding certain people and certain things because I feel like I don't have myself all the way together yet, and I'm being judged some type of way, even though, like, it don't really affect me, but I'm very conscious and aware of it.
Hey. I'm gonna need you to simplify all that, bro. I'm gonna need you to like break it all down to like one single thing, because you're talking a whole lot and it's too much. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna need you to kind of, if it's one thing that you're trying to fix right now, just tell me what that is.
Okay, my relationship with my baby moms.
Your relationship with your baby moms. Now, are y'all still together? Are y'all still together?
No, we're not together. But
okay, so why are you? So what's wrong with the relationship with your baby moms? What's going on?
Because she's showing like nurturing signs that she like care about me. She still want to be with me and have a family.
No. I need you to tell me what you want, bro. What do you want?
I want to learn myself.
You want to learn yourself,
but learn who I am, like, to my core. But I don't know where to start. Like,
caller. No, as far as the relationship goes between her and you, if say we were a genie and we could snap our fingers and give you whatever it is that you want, what that relationship would be, what is it? What is it you want?
I just want to be effective communicator with. I want to communicate effectively so that I can feel free. Like
Okay.
No, that's not what I asked. That's
really,
not what I asked. I said, what is the envision at the ideal situation between you and this woman? What do you want with her?
I just want to be a co-parent. Like I just want to have a good relationship co-parent with my.
Okay, caller, because you're not really getting to the meat and potatoes of what he's asking you. Let me ask you a question. Do you want to be in a relationship with this woman? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Prior to getting her pregnant, how long did you know her?
6 years. We met at the Atlanta airport.
Okay, so you knew her for 6 years before you got her pregnant.
Right. No. I knew her because my son is 3, so I knew her for 4 years before, prior to my son being born.
Okay, let me ask you another question. How long ago did y'all break up? I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. Listen to what I'm saying. How long ago did y'all break up? Who broke up with who and why?
Well, it was kind of off and on. I was very indecisive.
Caller. Listen to the question, brother. Listen to the question. How long ago did y'all break up? Who broke up with who and why?
We broke up about a year ago.
Okay.
Who broke up with who?
It was I broke up with her.
Okay.
Why?
Because I was trying to get myself together and I was very unsure about our relationship.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you another question. What kind of girlfriend was she to you?
It was hard to tell. She's a Gemini.
Oh my God.
Bitch dependency is no laughing matter.
Now listen, caller, man, listen, bro. What? All right.
We in the mythical stars now.
You say you trying to be a co-parent, right? You say you trying to do what's best for your kid. Is that what I'm hearing?
Right.
Okay. Why is that not happening now? What's the problem?
Why is me not being? Say that question again.
You said that you wanted to be a better co-parent. Is that not true? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Okay. Please explain to me how. So if you want to be a better co-parent, so that means currently you are not. I'm asking, what do we need to do to make you a better co-parent? What do we need to do to fix the situation?
I just need to know, where do I start with learning who I am as a person.
Get more clear on what it is that you want for yourself and in your relationships. Be very clear with yourself.
I want to communicate better.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. You're the mother of your child. Do you guys argue a lot?
Yes.
About what?
About nothing.
Okay.
About.
All right. Do you live?
Right.
Where do you live? Do you live by yourself, bro?
No, I don't.
Where do you live?
Who
do you live with?
I live with her.
Oh,
I live
no.
with my aunt, and I also live with her.
No, you need to find. You need to find a place. Okay. Ho. When are you getting your own place, bro?
Are you gainfully employed?
Soon. I'm getting my own place soon.
Do you have a decent job? Do you have a decent job?
No, he's unemployed.
Do DoorDash. Yeah, DoorDash.
You got any habits? You smoke? You got any habits?
No, I don't smoke.
You don't. Okay. You don't smoke. You don't drink. You don't do weed. None of that shit.
No.
So why haven't you saved up enough money to move out by now?
It's hard out here. Honestly, it's hard.
It's hard
trying
out
to
here.
save and invest money.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
hard.
Caller. Let me ask you a question. Does the woman that has your child, does she bitch at you about y'all not being together? Does she bitch at you about you guys' child? Tell us a little bit more about what the fuck y'all be arguing about. I'm curious.
About me being unsure about what's going on with me and her, and things that she don't agree with. Me having a hard time understanding if I know her or know myself, or just randomly.
Caller, you know why? You know why she's confused? Hold on, listen. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're still living there. That's why. Because I have you look. Both of you guys are chaotic than a motherfucker. Okay, it's literally the case of the blind leading the blind. You don't have no leadership skills. You're just like her. Okay? You're indecisive, chaotic. You don't know if you're going to the left, come on to the right, coming or going. So when she sees you, number one, she's probably looking at you like, I can't believe I had a kid with this nigga. So there's probably some resentment there. Has she ever told you that she regret having a kid with you? Be honest.
Yeah. She said in a joking manner.
Yeah, but she ain't joking. She ain't.
She's not joking.
Hey, I will tell you this, caller. Big ups for even making this phone call and recognizing that, because I believe one of your prior statements was about you and not about her. So I will tell you that. However, you got a lot of work ahead of you, because you got to figure out, do you want to be there or not? I'm a type of person, if you create a child with somebody and you guys can co-parent to be there, that's a difference. If you can't, you can't. However, you got to figure out if you want this woman or not first. And then you got to start moving accordingly to that. Now, the thing about it, and Zag was creeping up on it, if she has learned and grown in the midst of being with you, and she's looking at you still stuck in the same place, there's a lot of resentment in that house, and that's where the arguments come from. Plus, you're not even in any situation where you're permanently anywhere. We asked you where'd you live at. You said some with your aunt and some with her. So either you're going to be there with her or you're not. Are you understanding that so far?
Let me ask a real quick question. My bad, Jay Roman. Are y'all still having sex, bro? Caller, are y'all still having sex?
No. I mean, I was on retention, and then
okay, caller. Wait.
They are only when she wants it.
Hold on. Because I heard some shit just now. Hold on, caller. Hold on. Did you just say the word retention?
Right.
Okay, hold on. So you're a red pill fan, yes?
No, I'm not.
So where you learned that word retention from then?
I don't know. I just heard it.
Okay, all right. Hey, no. Listen. Don't use words that you don't fucking know nothing about, bro. That's number one. Because we got to be honest to actually get to your problems. Now, when was the last time you had sex with this woman, your baby mom's?
Like weeks ago.
Yeah, you're still fucking her. Now, you see, this is why y'all motherfuckers can't get help, because you can't even be honest with your fucking self. Do you understand? That's number one. Now, listen. What do you really want? How old are you again? Tell me how old you are again, please.
I'm 26.
You're 26. Okay. What do you really want for yourself, brother? Like, because you have to have some type of vision for your life. What do you really want?
I just want to attract more, be more, learn myself, open my mind.
Oh no! Stop!
Way too general.
What do you want for yourself? Do you want to have your own place? Do you want a good job? What kind of lifestyle do you want to live?
I want to have my own place and own entrepreneur.
Okay. Now, did you want a kid?
No.
No. So the child. So why was you fucking her raw?
And is he still fucking her raw?
Yeah, it's number 2 on the way.
Are you last 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks. No, call it 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago when you had sex with her, did you fuck her raw?
Yeah, I did.
Yo, get the fuck.
I already know the answers to these questions. Like we know the answers to these questions, and you're being so vague. He says, "What do you want?" And you're like, "I want to know myself, and I want to do all this other stuff." I didn't even hear nothing about a job. I'm telling you right now, you got a kid to feed. Now, my first thing is I need to get a better job where I can provide for my kid and myself in a different manner.
Yo, did you apply for your Amazon job yet?
Yeah, I did.
And what happened?
I just quit.
Huh?
It just wasn't for me.
Oh.
It just wasn't for me.
That money wasn't for you.
Delivering packages. Wait. Hold on. A motherfucker who's basically homeless with a kid says that working for Amazon just wasn't for you. Delivering packages just wasn't for you. So you quit.
I got a heart problem. Like, I got a heart condition. I can't really exhaust myself like that.
Okay, so what about working on dispatch then? What about working on dispatch or some shit like that, or signing up to be a customer service representative so you could be on the phone and just talk?
I never thought that far. Like,
you never thought that far. Well, write that shit down. You need to be looking for some type of sit down office job then, where maybe customer service or telemarketer job where you just call people all fucking day. That's what you need to figure out then.
No, he don't need a telemarketer job. You got to have some game in that. So, he needs somewhere where it's, the warehouse and, something where he can call or answer a phone and just answer whatever script they got. Because telemarketers, you're trying to sell something, you're trying to do something, and you need a mouthpiece. And that ain't what you got. Yeah. So.
Caller. My bad, Jay. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. Go ahead.
Oh, caller, let me ask you a question. Are you still skeeting in your girl?
Yes.
And if you got a heart problem, how you fucking?
Good. That's what she said.
You ain't burning calories when you do it, huh?
Yeah. Shout out to Renee.
She was like, okay, like, I like how you look, and I saw myself going back to the same thing. Like,
bro,
I wasn't.
Where's your daddy? Where's your fucking father, bro?
I just said in my head, who raised you? That's not.
I can't trust my dad. My dad done did me wrong. So he's cool.
Oh wow.
He tried to fuck my baby mama.
He tried to fuck your baby mama.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I can't trust my dad.
You can't trust your dad. Okay. So you just all fucked up, huh? You got a heart problem, but you fucking girls raw. Your daddy done betrayed you. Your baby mom's she don't respect you, and you trying to find yourself. Is that correct?
That's right.
So how you
did you graduate? Did you finish high school or college? That's why I
graduated high school.
You graduated high school, but no college though, right?
No college.
No college. Do you have an interest, a vocation, any kind of skill that you can do?
Cutting grass.
No, landscaping. Landscaping requires. Are you sure you got a heart condition, or you was just talking shit? Because,
no, I got a heart.
Because you got enough. You got enough heart. You got a strong enough heart to fuck bitches raw and cut grass, but you don't got enough heart to fucking deliver packages to Amazon from Amazon.
Walk a couple steps and put them on a doorstep.
Hey, sometimes them packages is heavy as hell. Now I used to work at UPS back in the day. And it be the smaller packages, right? The smaller ones be weighing, this weight. You surprise you. People be sending rims and all sorts of stuff. You
helping this nigga stay with the excuses.
No, I'm not helping. I'm just letting them know, like, I got to keep it a buck with you, man. Like, I didn't, I was in the UPS truck sweating, dust all in my nose. I had asthma. I developed asthma because I was sucking up dust, but I did it anyway because I had to do it. Because I need to pay for whatever I need to pay for until that day is done, so, but you need to find something.
Caller. So you just all you got is excuses and no solutions, huh? You just all fucked up in the game, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what's keeping you where you're at, bro.
Yeah,
That's what's keeping you where you're at. That mentality right there. Because I was actually being sarcastic, but you agreed with me. So I understand that it's your mindset, bro. You'll never find out who you are.
I mean,
because
hello?
finding out who you are requires work, and you're not willing to do that.
Hello?
You just want to fuck
Hello?
bitches raw and stay in your own position. You understand? You just want to fuck bitches
Hello?
raw. You just want to fuck bitches raw and stay in your own position. You don't really want to do any work, bro. You lazy, bro. You lazy.
Well-
Just be honest with yourself.
This, hold on, caller, real quick. This goes with the title. Because both you and your baby mom are a prisoner in each other's lives. Both of y'all are a prisoner.
Do you got a lawnmower?
Got no sense.
I do want to do better.
Do you have a lawnmower?
Like, where do I start? No, I don't have a lawnmower. I can use my neighbor's lawnmower.
Okay, so go cut some fucking grass then and make some fucking money. And move out your fucking aunt's house. Man, what's wrong with you?
Man, working even like at a grocery store is that strenuous, man.
What does your baby mom work at?
She
Like
works
working at a deli.
What does she do?
She clean up. She clean up the airport.
Okay,
So she works at the airport. Okay, so she got a steady job. She's been doing that for a while because that's where you met her at, right?
No, that's her old job. She just needed some more money.
Oh, so she got 2 jobs.
No. She got one job. She just quit her other job and she went back to the airport.
Oh.
Okay, so now she making the airport paying her more money.
Right.
Caller.
Okay,
Where's the baby at when she works? My bad, Jay. I just want to ask him that question. Where's the baby at when she goes to work?
The grandmother's house. Her mom keeps her baby.
Oh, okay, so while the baby's over there, what the fuck are you doing?
Bruh. Doing DoorDash, trying to get my mind together, man. Trying to free myself.
Nah, he's on YouTube. AK, getting my mind together, aka watching motivational YouTube videos.
Working, but I just got fired, and now I'm just trying to spend more time.
Wait. First of all, you said you quit. Now you said you got fired.
You got fired.
You quit?
No. That was before Amazon, though. That was before Amazon.
So what was you doing when you got fired?
I was sleeping outside. I was running the clock up, and they had a
what kind? No. What kind of job was it? What kind of job was it?
Catering.
Catering. So you work for a catering company with food?
Right.
Yeah, and you got caught. You got caught sleeping on the job.
No, when I came back in, I was taking too long outside. I was sleeping in my car, and they fired me because I had to go on a route, but I wasn't in my designated area.
So you deserve to be fired, right?
How you 26 with a kid and you fucking up?
Okay, so
you're a real fuck up, bro.
Hey, no excuses, man. You need to start doing some actions. And the thing is, it don't matter what none of these coaches say right now, because you got a lot of excuses, and it seems like you do what you want to do, which ain't nothing.
Real quick, how many hours a day do you do DoorDash?
I get up in the morning, sun up, sun down.
How many hours a day do you do DoorDash? How many hours a day do you do DoorDash? I need a number. 10, I need a number. 10 hours.
10 hours.
And you're not making enough money. You're not making enough money to get your own place and start your life.
Nah, I got an insurance. I got rent at my aunt's house, phone bill, clothes, food for my son.
Have you ever heard of Instacart?
Yeah, I have.
Do they have that? They have that in your town, in your city?
Amazon delivery.
Yes. I'm waiting to get on the waiting list right now.
Oh, you waiting to get on the waiting list? Okay, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Just go to like a Dollar General.
Whose car are
or a
you?
dollar store.
Real quick, whose car are you using to do the DoorDash?
Oh, my car.
Oh, so you have a car?
Right, I have a car.
Okay, well that's good. At least you have a car.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you doing a couple companies besides just DoorDash? Uber,
Oh, no.
Instacart.
I had a check come in, so I kind of called up last month, so I'm kind of good right now.
No, you didn't answer my question, man.
You're not good.
You didn't answer my question. Are you doing other delivery services like Uber Eats or
No.
Instacart?
I'm not.
Okay, why not?
If you didn't have time to apply, I'm gonna get around to it.
Oh my God.
Nigga, you're
Okay.
unemployed. You got nothing but time.
Why not?
Cause I'm driving, trying to make sure my baby mom get to work, and I'm just taking care of my son.
Hey, man, you got a lot of excuses, man. Because you said taking care of your son, but your son's over at the grandma's house.
Yeah.
In between the next order, while you sitting there waiting.
Moms and everything.
What? You said what?
I've been no, like I'm back and forth. Most of the time I'm with my baby moms, and most of the time I'm by myself at my aunt's house. So I'm back and forth.
Okay.
Trying to make sure everything's straight.
Okay, so you do DoorDash from sun up to sundown. How many days a week do you do that?
5.
5 days a week. So you do 5 days a week from sun up to sundown. And you still not making enough money?
Nah.
So then why don't you do it 6?
I said, nah, because my baby mama ain't making enough money. I'm trying to balance it out.
Okay, listen, man. I can't get with you because you got more excuses than I could deal with. I'm not a big excuse guy.
No.
And I've been in the dirt, okay? I've been homeless, I had a 4-door Celebrity. My clothes was folded up with a milk crate in the back. And I used to go to McDonald's with alcohol, because that's a great cleaner, alcohol and soap, and clean myself. I had 3 jobs. I got 3 jobs. I worked construction, then I would have to go to a shoe store and security. And I used to sleep at security, as much as I could. In fact, I was sleeping and standing up. I fell and I busted my head open.
Oh my God.
So I'm just letting you know, you got a lot of excuses for the things that you say you want. And you've been lying to yourself this whole time. You actually sat here and told these men that you couldn't. No, wait. You actually sat here and told these men you couldn't fill out an application because you drive your baby mom from this way to that way, and your kid. You're 26 years old. Nobody's gonna take care of you.
Yo, caller.
I don't know.
Caller, what?
No. Don't give any more excuses. I don't know this, man. And really, I'm not really a person to lash out like this. But dog, you're 26. You got a 3-year-old kid, and the baby mom's just saying, "Hey," and I'm quite sure the arguments ain't that bad because you're still there. She's giving you opportunity and time to get yourself together. So whatever story you've been kicking, people around you have been believing it. And that's even worse. You got your own car. What are you doing?
What city are you in, caller? What state are you in? What state?
Atlanta.
Atlanta? Oh yeah, you did say Atlanta, right? Yep. I'm trying to do the research on so
it ain't nothing we can say because the excuses is gonna block you from working because you got more excuses to work. You talk about a heart condition. I got a heart condition, bro. Hey. I got holes in my heart. That has been there since I was younger. I played football. I fell out on the field before.
Hold on.
I don't want to hear any more excuses. You just got excuses, man. You got to realize that.
Listen, it says here that in Atlanta, GA, the average salary for a DoorDash person is $53,000 a year. Caller, making $53,000 a year doing DoorDash, if you do it as much as you claim you do, you should be making decent money, bro.
I mean, I do. I make decent money.
You should you should be making between 50.
Man, you didn't flip flop your story a whole bunch of times. We say this, you agree with that. Miles just pulled up how much a driver makes, and now you say you make decent money. First you don't make money, now you make decent money. Like, come on, man, come on. Just say some truth amongst yourself, man. Just get to the truth.
No.
Are you a lazy guy?
Yeah, stop lying, caller.
Yeah.
Admit it to yourself. Are you a lazy guy?
I'm lazy.
I'm gonna put it to yourself like this. Look in your son's eyes, man. Look in your son's eye. That dude, that son that you've been around, he loves you, right? And you can see it. You see the joy when you have your kid because you want to be around him because you said, I want a decent relationship for my son. So even if you wanted him or didn't want him, he's here now. You look in his eyes and you can change because the older he gets, you only got a certain amount of time before he starts to see you because he don't know you yet. He don't know your excuses. He don't know your laziness or nothing like that. He doesn't know that. You got time to change that and show him and be a man to your son.
Yeah.
Stop the excuses, man.
So where do I start if I want to get to know, see people for who they are?
Fuck other people, man. Fuck other people. It's about you. Get a job. Get another job. Work. You look at their baby mom and tell her the truth. Look, I'm doing the best I can do. I'm getting these jobs. We're going to get some money. We're going to go from there. Write out a plan for yourself. Write out a plan for yourself. Write a 3-year plan. I would say 5 years, but I don't even know if you can go that far. Write a 3-year plan for yourself. And start working on it. Stop being lazy and having excuses for the laziness.
And you know what too, caller? You know what I'm sensing from you too? You are a fucking you're a self-improvement masturbator, bro. Like, stop all the fucking spiritual questions and get out there and get some fucking money and get your life right. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter about seeing people about this and trying to be a better communicator. You need to you need to situate your fucking life, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, stop having sex with the mother of your child. You need to stop. Like, really. You need, caller, look, let me tell you a real quick story. I'm gonna pass it back to the fellas. The mother of my oldest 2 children, right? We were living together. Now, at the time that I broke up with her, my son was about 1.5 years. My daughter was like 5, 6 years old, something like that, right? We had a lease. We had like about 3 months to go before the lease was up. So I came to her and I said, look, this ain't gonna work. We need to go ahead and break up. We got issues. I can tell you emotionally checked out. I'm not really feeling this relationship. I don't see no future for us. Let's go ahead and break up. When the lease is up, we're gonna go our separate ways. So I said, I'm gonna give you all of the furniture. I'm gonna give you everything in here. So that way, wherever you go with the babies, you got some shit. I'll start from scratch. Right? So what I did was, once the lease was up, I went to go stay with my mother for a few months. And during that time, I had 2 jobs. I worked from 8 to 5 in the morning and then from 6 to 10. And I just stacked money. I didn't go out. I wasn't fucking with no bitches. I wasn't doing nothing but just stacking paper. And while I was stacking paper, I was buying me furniture on the side. So that way, when I moved into my crib, I had a plan. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But when I broke up with her, I didn't fuck her no more. I stopped having sex with her. Okay? What you're doing is you're creating a situation where you're giving her all these misleading signs of, does he want to be with me or does he not want to be with me? Does he want to be with me? And because she don't have enough sense to just say, nigga, you can't come back here. Because she don't got enough sense to do that, the onus is on you to manage the situation and say, we're no good for each other. Mm-hmm. We need to stop fucking. And you need to take control of the situation is what I'm trying to tell you. Take control for you and her.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, caller. You say you were paying rent at your own house. How much rent are you paying?
$200 a month.
Oh my god! So you definitely, so if you're paying $200 a month, then you should be stacking decent paper to get you to at least go get a room for yourself.
Where's your money going, man?
Get a room for yourself. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we're look, hey, what kind of
what excuse did you just say, man?
What kind of sneakers on your feet right now? What kind of sneakers on your feet right now?
Some Adidas slides.
Some Adidas slides?
Right. I'm in the car right now.
Oh,
they don't even have sports mode. You ain't hustling. Hey. Just get off the excuses, man. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm a person, I root for all men to win. I want you to win, bro. I want you to win. I want you to get what you want. But the thing is, winning takes work. There's no cheat code.
He don't want to win.
There's a cheat code. And you're making it harder for yourself to win because you built yourself around a lot of excuses. You've been taken care of.
Yeah.
I could tell.
Yeah.
You've been taken care of by your baby moms, taken care of by your aunt or whatever. You've been taken care of, and it's time for you to get to work, man. You got support. You got support. You know how much I pay in daycare? You got support.
Yo, you know how I know you comfortable? Cause it's the middle of the day and you wearing Adidas slides right now. Mm-hmm. Listen, caller. This is stop being this. Bitch ass yucker. Stop being that, okay? And we're gonna have to let you go because we gotta get to these questions and we gotta get up out of here. Because we got lives and we got shit to do, and we're men who keep our lives together. We don't let shit go by the wayside and fuck bitches raw, even though we know we're not supposed to, and all that other type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? So
basically, just have fun with my life. And
that ain't what I said. That ain't what I said. You been have fun with your life.
Did you say fun? Did you say fun? Just have fun? That's what you just said?
Not have fun. I meant it in a different way. Like, improve myself and everything will fall into place for me.
No, it's not. No, ain't nothing gonna fall into place for you.
No, this guy.
You gotta work. You gotta grind. There's nothing that's gonna come easy at this point. Nobody cares about men that don't work and grind for themselves. Right. They're only gonna take care of you for so long.
You gotta have your own, bro. You gotta have your own. Stop taking comfort in the fact that your aunt hasn't kicked you the fuck out yet. Put it in your mind that she might kick you out next week and work off of that. Like, you got to work harder, bro.
And I'll tell you right now, if you got your baby mama, she seems like she got a little sense because she realizes, okay, I need this job over that job. When she comes to the fact to understand that, look, my son is getting older, I need a positive example around him.
Right.
That is not you.
All right. Look, guys, are y'all ready? I'm ready to let him go so we could get to these questions.
Yeah, man. Let's let him go.
All right, caller, take it easy. Thanks for your call, man.
Hey, J Roman, the J Roman way at gmail.com. Get at me, but I'm not gonna be talking to you, cuddling you. I'm not into cuddling for you, man. You lazy. Get to work.
All right, man. Let's get to these questions, man. Let's get
about that time. So, what are your thoughts on women in your rotation who are your
friends with benefits?
Okay, bad. Okay, or much more than that, having mainly male friends.
Huh?
Why do you
mainly male friends?
Yeah, because basically saying if you got women in a rotation who got mainly male friends, like Miles said, whatever she does when she's away from you don't matter as long as she does what she's supposed to do when she's in your physical presence. Don't worry about that.
Exactly. Yeah. Next question.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he says, okay, if you're an artist or entertainer with the roster of women, when you have a show or event planned and two of your women want to come support you, do you pick one? You no longer Okay, no longer submissive 9 and 5. Invite them all.
Yeah, you don't know how to manage it.
Invite them all and tell them to go play with each other.
Yeah, because that would tell me that they don't know that if women know that you deal with other women, so what? They're all in the same place together.
Here's what you do, and I'm gonna just say this real quick. If you're the artist and entertainer, tell the promoter that you need a section and invite all your chicks in the same spot and make sure they get at least 2 drinks and they could sit right there and root for you and cheer for you the whole night, and they could applaud for you the whole night in that little section. All of them stay right there. That's all. Next question.
All right, cool. All right, so it says, let's say you gave
Jesus
your women much more freedom to be sexually involved. Well, you can't really give women freedom. They're going to do what they want to do.
No, you didn't
with
give them
other
shit.
men, and she ended up having sex raw, which is a form of disrespect. How would
No,
you
it's
know
not.
that she had sex raw? And no, it's not a form of disrespect
she
because you should be using a
No.
condom anyway.
This is the same kind of bitch that we were talking about before, right? And they're trying to lead through their emotions.
Yeah.
Right? Let's say you gave your woman the freedom. She already had the freedom. You didn't give her anything at all, right? You were not her leader. She wasn't calling you my lord, right? No. And then she ended up having sex raw, which is a form of disrespect to who? To you and your feelings, right? No, it's not on the list. Your principles should not say women having sex raw with other people. What does that have to do with you? It's your feelings talking right now.
Exactly.
All right, next question.
There we go. All right. So Steve O'Baby says, do you guys think that men want to be in a relationship because they don't want to be alone? Yeah, a lot of them, yeah.
A lot of guys, yeah.
A lot of them, yeah.
I'll say this.
They don't know how to be alone.
Exactly. A lot of dudes don't understand they don't understand the difference between being alone and loneliness. A lot of guys, because they've grown up with that softness, they've been raised by single mothers. They think that being alone automatically means loneliness. Actual man is never lonely.
Never alone. No.
Never. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know,
I love being alone.
Facts.
I love when I have quiet and peace. Maybe it's because I'm older, but like I want everyone to just shut the hell up and let me just do what I want to do.
Solitude is a beautiful thing.
There was times when I was younger and planned to go out, and I wind up staying at the house just because I started sipping, drinking, and had a good time by myself, doing whatever.
Yeah.
When I've been
in relationships and a woman will go out of town, I will put that shit on the calendar. Going to town for a week. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? And then when she will call me 3 days in, do you miss me? No. In fact, if you want to stay a little longer, go ahead and do that. Like I love my alone time.
Yep.
So AJ Leonard says, do you gentlemen think or know that it's possible for a monogamous relationship to be successful for a very long time, or it needs bits and pieces of polyamory to spice things up through your relationship? Look, you guys got to remember, whatever relationship you want, you can create that. You just got to find a woman who's down with that relationship you want to create. It's really that simple.
That's one of them questions where you trying to predict the future type shit. That question kind of don't make sense when you really break it all the way down. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense because all you're really doing is you're showing your hand, meaning you're showing your preconceived notions about monogamous relationships. So it only goes to show that you've only been in boring, non-compatible monogamous relationships where you were never with the right woman in the first fucking place. That's why you even think this to ask this.
And then thinking that even if they're not into polyamory, that they would be willing to consider it if it meant keeping a woman.
Right. Yeah, that's weird.
It's weird. But on a basic level, yeah, you can have a completely successful monogamous relationship. Absolutely.
Yep. If you know what you're doing.
Right. You got to know, but you got to know what you want and how to implement it.
And who you are. Yep.
And also, why do you want it? Like it goes to the other question: do guys get into a relationship because they don't want to be alone? If that's why you want it, the relationship is doomed to fail before it even starts.
Exactly. And some dudes only want monogamy. They want monogamy just so the woman don't fuck nobody else, not because they actually want monogamy.
Exactly, based on insecurity. Exactly. Which again is doomed to fail.
All right.
So he says, if I'm clingy in my social life and hold on to friends in an unhealthy way, what would be your advice to me? Respect to you guys.
If I'm clinging in my social life and hold on to friends in an unhealthy way, what would your advice be to me? Let go of your unhealthy friends.
And I would say it sounds like you have attachment and possibly abandonment issues, so you might need therapy.
I don't like the way you worded the first part. If I am, what is it really a if? If that's who you are,
I am. Clingy.
I am clingy to my, like
communication. Words, how you put words. Okay. So he says, ask him how much money he spent on alcohol and weed. He said he didn't do any of that shit, which I don't really believe him anyway.
I don't believe that, man.
I don't believe that.
I do believe he got some vices that he ain't talked about.
Facts. That's facts. But yeah, man, let's get it. K-Zaggin, if you could get the queue up ready real quick. So guys, I'd like you to go to masculineidentitymembership.com and holla at your boy.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
All right, there you go. Go to masculineidentitymembership.com, man. We got videos on there about identity. That caller, that 26-year-old caller, he need to get on there ASAP. You know what I'm saying? But he probably can't really afford it right now because he's doing DoorDash and all that. But anyway, go to masculineidentitymembership.com, then go to badboymembership.com, and also make sure y'all go to my Instagram, hit the LinkedIn so y'all can get my soap. You know what I'm saying? I got the masculine identity soap right here. It smells good. You need to wash your ass. You need to get your life together. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Thank you, K-Zach, for having me. Peace to Mr. Justin and Jay Roman. Thank you, guys.
No doubt. Yeah, and if you want to continue any of these conversations with me, you can find me on Instagram, Mr. Justin_X. I primarily deal with people who are in relationships instead of guys who are like deathly afraid of talking to women at all. It's like trying to move a boulder with a fucking toothpick.
Right.
So yeah, if you're in relationships, right, and you want to know how to create polarity where there's man shit and clear woman shit, and you guys can actually coexist in a very harmonious way, get at me. There's a lot of fun details that you can learn.
Nice.
Hey, this is Jay Roman. Thanks for having me on. Sorry for taking a lot of that last caller. He just, the laziness was just getting to me. Just lying to himself. In fact, my channel is the Jay Roman Way, and it's entitled, No Excuses, Just Actions. So, and then you can always email me at thejromanway@gmail.com. And Zach, thanks for having me on, and I appreciate all you guys. Especially when I see a lot of stuff Miles be doing, and y'all, man, I need to step this game up. So much so, I'm like, I can see right now I'm more of a beginner person. I will direct you to one of these people if you contact me. Because my patience is not very long when it comes to excuses and habits and things like that. So one of these guys, Justin and Zag and Miles, been doing this a very long time. I know they got their niches and their grooves to really help you. I'm more of the guy that slaps you and says, "Wake the fuck up and go to one of these guys."
There you have it.
But if they did want to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
Just the J Roman Way at gmail.com. Right. And then I got the channel, but we're developing different things on there, so that's about it.
All right, that's what's up. Y'all know what it is. KZACA20 Manhood is a skill set.com. Manhood is a skill set. As you can see with some of the callers, they don't have that skill set yet, which is why they're struggling. Right. So shout out to the masculine identity. Shout out to Mr. Justin. Shout out to homie Jay Roman. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Oh, yes.
Real game, no theory.
Yes.
We out.
All right.
It's time.